Hey guys, welcome to the Kycker, your honest news source. In this video, we're going to talk about how the Texas BLM activists are pointing guns at normal citizens inside the state of Texas that are just stuck in traffic. Now, the problems with this is more than just these people being stuck in traffic. You don't know the situations that they're in. They could be stuck in traffic while they're going home, while they're going to take care of an elderly family member. Maybe they're going to the hospital because they're sick and in danger. But these BLM activists, the mob of the left, want to jump in and stop traffic for their activist group, Black Lives Matter. Now, this is a new channel where we're going to talk about politics, we're going to talk about social matters, and we're going to talk about the things that are happening in this world. Now, we are your honest news source, so we are trying our hardest to tell the story the way it's meant to be shared. So, if you like what you see, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification because we are planning on leaving tons of great content here for you guys. Now, let's get into the show. Now, if you haven't seen this video yet, it's gone viral. There's over 2 million views on Twitter, on Facebook. It was being taken down in some places. It's been going on viral on TikTok as well. But it is of a BLM march that is happening in the middle of Plano, Texas, which is just a suburb of Dallas. Now, what's happening in this video, I'm going to show it to you here in a second, but what's happening in this video is there's a BLM activist, which I believe that they're the mob of the left, similar to the KKK was back in the early 1900s when they were trying to stop black people from voting Republican. I'm a black man myself. The BLM activists are trying to agitate and cause racial division in America. So in this video, you're going to see that there are people that are stuck in their cars and we don't know what's going on with them. Some people could be going to the hospital. Some people could be there could be black people in there that just want to get home or get to their job, and they might lose their job because of what's happening with this BLM activist. Now, what you're going to see is some armed BLM protesters that are trying to cause issues. But what's crazy about this is there is a police officer that is standing by letting all this happen, even though it is illegal to protest in the streets in Plano, Texas. Let's watch the video.
Get the fuck out of my way! Where's the goddamn car? Get these fucking people out of the way! You get them out of here! They can't be standing in the middle of the road! Get out of here! Thank you. Everybody go back. Everybody go back.
Now, you may be asking, where is the armed protesters? And I've seen that a lot on Twitter. There's people that the argument is that there's no armed protesters. You're just lying. Well, I did the job for you. I jumped in there and I found these images of some armed protesters. You can see this one here and this one here. They are both armed. So, in the cop is they're standing by doing absolutely nothing until the guy comes over and says you should be doing your job. So the way he does his job is he tries to get people back into their cars instead of doing what's lawfully right and removing these BLM protesters from the middle of the street and obstructing traffic. Again, you don't know what could be happening to these people in these cars or where they're going. There could be people losing their jobs, late to work, going to pick up their kids from daycare, but this cop is just letting it happen. And that's part of the problem with these BLM protesters, is that they get to stand in the middle of the traffic. They get to burn down buildings. They do all these things and nobody stops them. But instead, you get people like Maxine Waters or Kamala Harris that encourages them to be violent, to cause issues, to cause problems, to protest and riot and loot. This is the opposite of what Martin Luther King taught when it comes to civil unrest. Martin Luther King taught that as black men and women, when we do these types of riots and civil unrest, it only intensifies the fear of the people that you are trying to convince. When you are yelling and screaming and threatening people with violence, they're not going to feel comfortable around you with what you're doing. Now, you don't realize this, but I am a black man. So when I'm saying these things, these are things that I see in my community. But here we are. The Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton gets involved after Plano police officer allows BLM-Antifa to illegally block traffic and brandish a weapon. This article goes on to say that the man who attempted to clear the road was doxxed by leftists and charged, while the law-breaking traffic blockers were walked free, which is crazy. So Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton goes on to say, I instructed one of my top deputies to contact the Plano police chief to get more details. What he heard paints an even worse picture that the video alone depicts. Now, this is kind of where it gets crazy, because a trained law enforcement officer cannot decipher what an actual weapon looks like. He says, first, the chief told my deputy that while the weapon drawn wasn't a pistol, it was, in fact, a pepper ball gun. In a separate conversation, they said it was a taser. In a recent Facebook post, is now saying it was an electronic control device. Paxton said whatever it was, the police declined to pursue the leftists, and the attorney general is going to get involved. You can see in this statement, you can actually check it out on his Twitter account, because this video is getting kind of long. But the first line in the statement says we must not let lawlessness take root in Texas. And I think that's what it's all about. There's lawlessness running amok in this entire country. And a lot of it's coming from the left and BLM activists and Antifa. So it needs to be stopped. There needs to be something that is done about it. So there's my video, guys. Thank you so much for listening in to the Kycker. This is our kickoff episode. So if you want to see more, just like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys, and have a blessed day.